back to the channel today. Well, the truck needs washing, and we're gonna put airbags on it because my fifth wheel has like a 3,000 pound tongue pole or a tongue weight on it, and even being a 3/4 ton, this truck sags pretty good. So Jennings' truck, the 17, I did a airbag kit and a airlift wireless air system on it, the 72,000 series. I've got the same stuff. I'll just throw these up here. Actually, I've already opened the boxes because I wanted to make sure all the stuff was there before I did the video. So we got, and none of this is tight. It's actually all just kind of put together. And then this is the wireless air series. He loves it. Jennen absolutely loves it. On his truck, it tows extremely well, way more comfortable with air. That's what I'm hoping to get out of these. And it's not too bad. Install, I think his truck took me a little over 2.5 hours, even doing the wiring on the onboard air compressor and setting up the whole system for that. The airbags are half-hour job once you get them put together and tightened down. Super easy to do and easy to run airlines. They're smaller. I think they're 3/8 airlines, might be quarter, not sure. But yeah, so this is what the Mega Cab's getting. We still need to do a couple other things on it, but like I said, more Mega Cab updates are coming. So this is one of the first things we're gonna start it off with. Alright, I just want to share this with you guys while I'm under here right now. So this is probably about a year later from when I did the white truck, the 2017 I deleted. If you haven't, also go watch that video if you haven't yet. Goes over his truck really well, kind of what's done to it, and that day is when we did all of his EFI live tuning and whatnot with his truck. But with this airbag setup, so this is actually their lowest 5,000 series. Their lift loader 5,000. They actually have the 5,000 series, the 5,000 Unlimited, and the 5,000 Plus. The Plus you get stainless steel lines, that's about the only difference. And then the 5,000 Unlimited series, you get black powder coated base plates instead of zinc. And I think you get internal bump stops as well once you get the 5,000 Unlimited series and the 5,000 Plus. But these are actually different. So his had a base plate and the U-bolts, but it didn't have the U-bolts that go around your leaf pack. This is something new I haven't seen, with airlift. So all these are torqued to their specs. The reason why the truck is jacked up is because you have to be able to separate your axle and your frame, or else you can't get this in here. So I've got it probably hanging about 4 inches I had the tires and axles off the ground about 4 inches, and then I dropped them so that I could fit this whole assembly in there and make it easier on myself. Now, obviously, you can adjust this left to right for straightness, and then I'll actually raise the truck back up and drop it onto its own weight, and then we'll tighten the top ones to suck it to it so that we don't stretch these out too much. But as far as install goes, it's actually pretty easy, not fairly bad. I think this took me about a little over a half hour to do, but I've also done it before. So, and a lot of people actually airlift themselves specify it only works with some fifth wheel hitches. This is a B&W fifth wheel plate, mounts to the side of the frame right here. You can see it, and then here are your plates down here. Link was actually the one that mentioned that, well, normally they don't work with B&W hitches, but in this case it's actually working with mine. Same thing over here. We'll get these tight and sucked up and get them all readjusted, and that's it for the airbags. If you didn't have an onboard air compressor system like what I'm doing, you would just hook your air lines in, run them wherever you want. A lot of people will run them right here above the license plate, like put both of them right here. Or I've seen people, if you don't have this, will do one here and one here, left and right side. A lot of people will also do in the gas tank. They will drill out plastic right here and put filler knobs in there to keep them out of the open, the weather, and, well, public, so people hopefully don't let your air out of your bags if you need them and you don't have an air compressor nearby. That's the other main reason why I decided to do an onboard system. After doing Jennings' truck, it worked really well, and having the ability to just air up whenever you hook up to a trailer, and it actually will move your truck quite a bit. We've measured it, and you'll go up, I think it's about 1.5 inches unloaded is what we can actually get his truck to raise with just the bags pumping him up. But really easy kit to install, and it gives you a fully color manual, as you guys can see. Really easy, doesn't take very long. You don't need very many tools, just a socket. I am using a torque wrench. A lot of people don't use torque wrenches. I didn't on Jennings' truck because I didn't have one. Just hit it with the impact, and obviously you'll do more than the torque, which I guess isn't a big deal unless you're worrying about tensile strength of the bolts or shear strength. But yeah, super easy. Now all we got to do is, we actually have the air kit right here. Let's see if I can set you guys down. This is a little baby compressor that comes with it. Instructions, air filter, clamps for the compressor, bolts for the compressor and the hose. They give you a full wiring harness for your relay, your plug-in, power, ground. That's all you have to run with these. Bunch of airline fittings, T-fittings. You actually use, so in this kit, you actually will use these. This is what they come with in just the normal bag setup, and again, you'll use this to fill up. You actually cut these. I did his about 8 inches, and you'll put them into these T's right here. For an inline, you'll run it off this bottom T, so that this will come from the compressor, this will go to the bag, and then this will go to this, just in case you lose a compressor or something like that. It's a safety, so you can still use your bag. Your batteries die on your remote for your Bluetooth or for your wireless remote or whatever. Kind of a fail-safe system though. I ran his, I just barely tucked them under the truck, but a lot of people I've seen will still run these two actual mount points where you saw before. Air modulator, air in, dryer, port 1, port 2, left, right side, your controller. So pretty simple, not too hard, and it does come, everything comes with really, really good instructions from these guys, and that's why I decided to go back with this brand after doing his truck. His truck is kind of a guinea pig for stuff because he likes to buy stuff first. So enough with the talking, let's get back to the truck. Alright guys, fast forward about an hour and a half or so. My parents stopped by, brought my nephew, me and the girlfriend had dinner. So kind of, let me grab my light. The airbags are completely done. I dropped the axle and tightened those top plates. You can see how I adjusted them backwards to make sure that they somewhat stayed straight up and down for now. Once the suspension settles in a little bit more, when I drive it, I'll come back through, make sure everything is tight, and readjust them if need to be, because I am kind of on a slant too. So all I've done down here is I've got the compressor mounted, and I've got the air module thing, air inlet goes here, 2 outs. I've got these mounted. Now I've got to run this wiring harness right here. I got to run it up under the hood and get that mounted and plugged in, and then after that I just got to run the airline from the compressor to the thing, and then I just got to run airlines on it. So we're not too far away. Alright guys, sorry I had to fast forward. I just wanted to get this done tonight. It's getting kind of late. Not terribly late, but it is getting kind of late. It is 10:22, so not too bad. It did take me a little bit longer because I ran my airlines a little bit different than I did Jennings. I didn't even put in the backup valves. I didn't feel like it. If I ever need them, well, I guess I shouldn't be using airbags then. And, well, I didn't have them until now, so it really doesn't matter. But all this is done right here. All this is done and made up. Everything is mounted. Zip ties, there's your compressor, your airlines. All the wiring that runs to the front. Airlines run to the back. I've got the airlines hooked up. They actually run right behind this plastic on top of the frame, and then one of them actually runs through the bed to keep it off of the off the top of the exhaust, and to hide it you can't see any airlines actually. I do have it though. It runs right up in there. Hopefully you guys can see that. Has a heat shield on it. That bag, they've got 65 pounds in them right now. I'm pressure testing them, so they are very full of air. They go up to 100 psi, minimum of 5, but they are aired up, and it's not terribly loud. Let's see, 65. We are in the garage, so it's probably going to echo more than what it actually is loud-wise. It's not terribly loud. I even sat in the truck and ran the compressor. You can barely hear it, and the truck's not even on. So there's 35, and then you have 45. And just like that, and then you have your individual PSI and your individual side control for that. Yeah. Same thing here. We can go up. preset 2. So it is pretty cool. The unevenness is actually for when you have a camper in the bed of it, and you can tilt it left to right if you're on uneven ground, or whatever need be. But yeah, happy with it. We'll have to see what it does when I put the fifth wheel on it, because the fifth wheel is going to be the actual test of, well, how well it actually works. So sorry I didn't videotape the rest of it. I apologize, just kind of wanted to get it done. But thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't seen any of the other videos. Link's truck is coming a real long ways. Go watch that video, the last one that I did, the bag mega cab getting dialed in. And then go watch Jennings, the 2017 gets deleted. That's a pretty good video too. But keep up with it. Subscribe, like, stay tuned for more. Hopefully I keep getting some more mods done for this thing. Like I said, I want to do a deep pan on it, and it needs new shocks and a couple other maintenance, miscellaneous things that I'm going to be doing to it soon. So stay tuned, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.